I said, you're about to blow my mind, think that you should back away. She said, these niggas switching sides. I said, bitches playing games. I got a lot up on my mind, that's why I be overweight. She said, yeah, but you know I'm tryna know.
What is up, everyone? Welcome back for today's video. Guys, before we start today's video, as usual, make sure to leave that like and subscribe. Guys, the buttons are right down below. And again, we're going to try to grow this shit as a family every single day possible. Guys, you haven't hit that subscribe button yet. It's right down below. Hit that shit. Let's go. We're going to grow this shit as a family. Let's do it. Guys, with all that being said, let's just dive right back into today's video, which is the story time with the school counselor, and this is gonna be part 2. Guys, let's just get right into it. Let's do it. So guys, welcome back. If you haven't seen the first part to this, definitely go check it out. It's the last video on the channel. It's gonna make a lot more sense getting into this one. And yeah, I recommend you do that. But let's just get right back to where we left off, which was the start of my senior year. Now, I've made a story time about this, my senior trip, where a lot of stuff changed in my life, and it's where my depression started during my senior year. I was really depressed basically my whole senior year, and it wasn't like some depression of like I was just sad. No, like I was really in my bag, you could say, you know what I'm saying? And I'm glad I'm able to look back on it. And yeah, so basically the senior trip happened during my senior year. And it's, you know, the thing that happens before the senior year starts, you can bond as a class. I made a story time on this. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. This will make a lot more sense. But that's where my ex started to change. She slept with this other guy who was sleeping in the cabin with me. It was super awkward. Again, watch that video. And this is where my depression started. I started to second guess everything I was doing. I started to second guess our relationship, and it came to the point where we broke up, and I felt really lost, and I had nothing to cling on to, you know what I mean? Like we built, you know, we had a year together. It was the longest relationship I ever been in, and I felt lost, and I had nothing to grab to, and the only person I feel like I could really trust was this counselor, and we started to grow like crazy. Guys, I'm talking about, I texted her every day, we talked every day. And it was really the only thing I had going. It was like something I could grasp onto, you know what I mean? As weird as that sounds, she was the only person that I really felt like I could turn to, you know what I mean? Cause like even some of my friends, like it just wasn't the same, you know what I mean? Like a lot of my friends chose my ex over me just to like talk to and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like obviously my true friends would not like associate themselves with her at all, because like, bro, that is super weird. Like I'm not even gonna get into all that, you guys know what I'm talking about. But anyway, this, you know, the counselor and I, you know, we started to talk a lot more, and it kind of got to the point where I started to get feelings for her. Now, me and my friends used to always joke about this shit, right? Like we joke about it in ways like, oh, you talk to her all the time, like you like her, this, then the other. And I always thought she was attractive, but at this point, I never looked at it like that. I really just needed someone to talk to, and I trusted her out of everyone at the school. No matter what was going on, she was the person that I trusted and talked to, right? And her family, I got really close to. She had, you know, she has 3 boys, and, you know, the youngest one, like the baby one at the time was like basically a baby. We were so close. Like, I don't know, that kid was awesome, you know what I mean? Then the middle one, super energetic. We used to play sports together a lot. Then the oldest one, super intelligent, like laid back, helpful guy, super dope kid. And I just like, it made me feel better when I was hanging out with them, you know what I mean? Like I don't know, they put a smile on my face. Like even like the little dumb shit, like there were some points where, you know, I was babysitting them. There'd be some points where I'd be there when one of the kids was going to sleep and I was babysitting, and I'd be there and I'd be reading the kid a book, this, that, and the other. Like I was really trying to help her out at the same time as she was helping me going through everything I was going through. Guys, during my senior year, I was super depressed. The more the year went on, I was just like super out of it, you know what I mean? Like I hate it. There was a point during the school year where this counselor I gave her a large sum of money to go to her sister's wedding because I knew she was having money problems. She used to talk with me about it all the time. There was a point where I got her multiple necklaces, as stupid as that sounds. Like, I'm coming on here being as honest, you know, I'm coming on here being honest. That's really all I can say. Like, I'm not gonna come on here and bullshit and say that I wasn't doing shit. No, like, I gave her a lot of stuff. I gave her gifts. I've given her flowers. I've given her chocolate. I've done a bunch of shit for her, right? Now, guys, at this point, most of you are probably on here thinking, this is all me. This is all me. This is all my fault. But I don't know, because this, first off, the money she accepted when I gave it to her, like, a lot of the shit she's accepted, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't know. The whole situation is super awkward. I get it. But during my senior year, there was just so much, like, emotion that I was filled with. Guys, there was one point where I got kicked out. I was homeless. A bunch of shit. And I think really the pivotal moment in my life where I started to really have feelings for her. Listen, as crazy as this sounds, I know you guys watching right now who have stuck to this point are thinking, bro, this kid really fell in love with a 30-year-old, right? Bro, you don't understand. Like, I was going through so much shit and she was the only person that seemed to give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? And there was one point where I just felt like I didn't want to be here, this, that, and the other. Like, bro, I was super, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, super out of it. And she's like, come on, we need to go. We're going to go to the, like, mental hospital or whatever. And at this point, I was like, bro, I don't need to do that. Like, I'm not that kind of person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to do anything. Bro, and I remember there's one point where I was crying, bro. I was pissed. But, like, I never told anyone that I was doing this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And I was just, like, super depressed, and I was sitting on I'm pretty sure, like, I don't remember a lot of this shit, but I'm pretty sure I was sitting on my floor just, like, super in my feels. And the reason I was in my feels, bro, like, my best friend who I was roommates with my sophomore year fucked my ex, and just really stopped talking to me. It was just, like, all about her, which honestly would be hurtful for anyone. But again, it happened to me. And it really sucked. To this day, I think about it sometimes, but I don't know, it really sucked. But anyway, so I was on the floor, just, like, in my bag, right? And she was knocking on the door, and she's like, Adam, can I talk to you? Because I was texting her, and there was one point where I stopped texting her, because I was just like, fuck, like, I don't want to involve her, and she's got her own shit. You know what I'm saying? And she's knocking on the door, and she had a key to open it. So she opened it, came in, the lights were off. I think I had, like, some light, just, like, those, like, string lights on. And I was on my floor, just, like, depressed as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And who do you know comes to save the day? My guardian angel, as I looked at it. Like, bro, she's here. Like, she gives a fuck about me. You know what I'm saying? And I just got so attached to her. And she started getting attached to me. Like, it's not like if I was, bro, she would text me too. Like, I wouldn't start every conversation. She would hit me up too. And anyway, she came into the room and she's down on the floor. She's like, what's wrong? What's wrong? And I got up on the bed. She started rubbing my back and shit. And she's like, let's go. Like, we're going to go. And I remember I got in the car with her. And she drove me to this place or whatever. And they would just, like, ask me a bunch of questions and shit. Because at this point, I really felt like she was the only one that really gives a fuck. And honestly, she was the only one that knew everything that was going on. Every little detail, everything she knew about it. Because I told her everything. I didn't even tell my own parents half the shit. You know what I'm saying? I told her everything. And to this day, I'm beyond pissed that we don't talk. It hurts me every day that we still don't talk. And a part of me feels like she feels the same way, because we did have, you know, such a close relationship up to a few months ago. And it just all went out the window. You know what I mean? And that part's on me because I opened up to her. And I don't know. It's the other part's on her for not thanking me for some of the stuff I did, which I'm gonna leave off here because this is all gonna be in the third part. Everything that I did during my freshman year of college for her, guys. You want to stay tuned for this. There was a lot of shit I did, and she even accused me at one point of like spilling her secret about her husband that she's with, which I'm not gonna spoil yet what he did to her. You gotta stay tuned for part 3. Guys, part 3 to this is coming out. It's gonna be the next video, which should be dropping on Sunday. Guys, I appreciate all you guys for tuning in today's video. I'm sorry if it was a little sad. The next one hopefully won't be as sad. But I just gotta be honest. I gotta say exactly what happened. I'm in a way better place now. I'm definitely a lot happier. Yeah, I don't know. It still sucks. You know what I mean? That she's not in my life anymore. But I thank all you guys for tuning in today's video, guys. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you leave that like and subscribe, guys. The buttons are right down below. And again, we're gonna try to grow this shit as a family every single day possible. Guys, I really do appreciate all you guys and the new subscribers to the channel. Just this week alone, we grew by a few, which I appreciate. Guys, again, I'm not trying to grow this shit to 1 million in a week. Like, guys, if we ever get to that point, I do appreciate that. But I just love getting the message out. I love what I do. And if you hate on me for doing this, that's your choice. It doesn't affect me at the end of the day. Like, I still do what I do, you know what I'm saying? And again, that's only motivation at the end of the day. But guys, I'm gonna end today's video here. Guys, my name is Adam. This is A&M Vlogs. I'm definitely gonna check you guys all out in the next banger, which is part 3 on Sunday. And I'm out. Peace.